God!
Kiss my ass.
I think we have a new opening for a few weeks. Hi, folks. How you is? What it was? It's a Tuesday? Don't forget tomorrow, before I forget, Lee Priest, world-renowned bodybuilder, crazy Australian, one of my fucking favorite people on the planet. And why? Because he likes me, and that's how it works. I'm just like Trump. I remember Trump, last week goes, I like people who like me. If they don't like me, I don't like them. It's about that easy with me. I respect people who don't like me if they deserve to be respected. Anyhow, so Lee Priest, you're not going to miss this. He told stories that had me and Dallas shitting our pants. And you could tell they weren't made up. I mean, you can't make this shit up. If he was making this up, he should be writing for a TV show or movies or something. They were brilliantly funny. He's a very interesting guy who fucking cuts his own trail, which is what we love here. I mean, he was fucking funny.
Balls on this prick.
Oh, I know. Not many. They shriveled up. He does a lot of juice. I asked him about that, too. We got a little into the bodybuilding and shit, and you're going to love it. And I will be, tomorrow morning, you'll catch me on Louder with Crowder live. I will be in the studio with Steven Crowder and the crew, and on Thursday also. That's right. I'm getting on planes like I'm fucking Elvis in the 50s. I don't know how that is. I'm supposed to be doing less of that, not more. But I was going to say I got to take care of the kids. I don't have any kids that I know of.
What about the ones in the basement?
Those are dead. You know that. The fuck? You smelled it last time you came in. We were doing a Nick's Pitch and Kitchen. He goes, what is that? I said, it's the Gouda. And it wasn't. It was little Timmy and little Betty, who I lopped their heads off. Folks, you know I'm kidding. I don't know what YouTube might take that serious. What a great people. That's what's great about right now. The people running the world have zero sense of humor. That makes for, and that goes for the Democrats and douchebag, what's her face? Zero. People on the left have zero sense of humor, unless they're watching, Jon Stewart, who's very good at it. But, I mean, they made Colbert famous.
Actually, I have all the safe comedy.
There
safe
you go.
Jokes.
There you go. Do you know what the enemy of comedy is? Safe. Simple as that. Safe. Feminism. Even Louis said that. Louis not exactly a righty, but he said that feminism is the arch enemy of comedy. It is. You don't get any more PC. I've said this before on the show. This country's zeitgeist is a fat girl. You know what I mean? Who's more sensitive than a fat girl other than me? I'm just saying, that's how we treat people now. The way we have to tiptoe around fat girls. And that's why some of my shit on stage, you might even hear, I actually said, you know what, I'm talking about fat girls. And obviously I have no animosity. Hello, word salad, croutons, please. Animosity, but I just because I know there's a few girls in a crowd, I can see the disappointment in their face. And I go, if you're over 180 pounds, stay home on prom night, be ashamed of your hips. That's just pure mean for no reason. But, again, tasteless, yes. Funny, yes. So we got some good shit for you today. Kamala Harris, if she didn't just... I really think there's a plant in her campaign staff, and they hate her, and they're telling her to do everything that would destroy... It's either that or they know they already have it stolen, and they don't care. But I've never seen a shoddier run campaign. Oh, my God. It is embarrassing. Even if it was somebody who was competent, but then you put her loony, I'll just let the clips speak for themselves. I almost feel bad for her. My wife had a great analogy. My wife goes, I don't even think she wants the presidency. She's like, my wife goes, I get this sense, she's like that little kid that they push out their daughter out to do a tap dance or whatever, but she doesn't want to. Huh? I don't want to. That should be the slogan, not a new way forward. I don't want to. She is, oh my God. And there's Trump. I get up today. I go, where is he today? I check on him. He's like fucking whatever that thing kids used to look at, Highlight Magazine. Where's Waldo? I don't know. Anyway, I didn't have a childhood. I had to raise my siblings at 8. They were black, did I mention? I go, where is he today? Sure enough, he's speaking in front of a Latino group today. And I'm coming in today to work. I'm listening on the radio. It's live. And there was a Latino guy who said it perfectly about him getting shot at. He gets up and he goes, fight, fight, fight. He just summed it up perfectly. And it was so friggin', this guy so appreciated what Trump has done and nailed it. And Latinos, we friggin' love you. I'll tell you, well, number one, we can bust your balls and you don't take it serious like a lot of fucking people in this world, if you know what I'm saying. Hard work. Again, there's good and bad in everybody. I understand that. Do I have to fucking preface everything with that? We know that. But for the most part, Latinos, hardworking, funny, good-natured, religious, conservative, and they really do believe in this thing. I've said this a million times. They are like the Italians of the last turn of the century, when my grandparents came over. Hard-working people who wanted to be American. Didn't want to come over here and fucking stay Italian. I don't know why my grandmother couldn't speak a lick. No, she could. Anyways, let's get right. Here's a quick clip right at the top of the show to show you. She's in, where was she, Michigan? Look at this girl. This is a Michigan chick. Michigan. Cute broads in Michigan. That's her. I sent her a dick pic. And she goes, what? Is that a dick? It's not a dick. She goes, you must have sent me the wrong thing. I see a snail.
She goes, aww.
Oh. Dave, that's what David tells us. It's the last thing you want to hear a girl. The sound you want to hear a girl make when you show her you do. Aww. This is this girl puts up a clip and she's got that Midwestern accent and she takes such joy. And Kamala's at a rally yesterday in Michigan, I guess, and people start chanting Trump. And she tries to be nice at the beginning. Then you watch this girl gets so much joy out of it. It's almost the best part. Watch this.
Kamala just got heckled. Kamala Harris just got heckled at a Detroit rally. Oh my God, they were chanting Donald Trump. Watch this. Watch how pissed she gets. She gets pissed.
Look at that fake smile. She wants to kill somebody.
I'm here because we believe in democracy. Everyone's voice matters, but I am speaking now. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that. Otherwise, I'm speaking.
Whoa.
Look how mad she is. Look at her face.
What happened? Yeah, not for free speech now. What a fucking... Oh, my God.
Nothing to see here. Please disperse.
Did I mean to hit that? I don't think so. I hit the wrong one. How about this? Why is that so low? Maybe me.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
She keeps going to that I'm speaking now.
Yes, which spells, you know what, with a capital K. First part of the show I'm learning. She is furious. And she got more furious. You know why? Because she's a dictator. Her dad was a Marxist. We're going to get to the town hall she had where you couldn't ask questions. Like I said, if I was trying to sink a candidate, these are the things I'd have her do. And Trump's got the best team around them. Whoever sent him to McDonald's and said, you got to take it. Like somebody said, that's going to go down as a moment. Like these are like seminal moments. Somebody said that picture of him with the apron on in the window. He goes, somebody said this like a Rockwell page. He really, and I know you're going to go, oh, Jesus Christ. He really should be on Mount Rushmore already. We'll let him serve out this for, but I mean, the guy was shot at and shit. And if he wins, has that ever happened before? I don't know. Don't ask me about history. Although I did love it. Still cheated. Anyways, so I thought we'd open with that. That was the good part of her day. Excuse me. Let's move on to the first story. Two little too little, too late, or huge story. I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday. Big news somebody put up in regards to the 2020 election being stolen. As you know, there's been ongoing investigation. You can't unravel all that and fucking... but this guy puts this up yesterday, and it got a ton of reposts and shit, but not enough as far as I'm concerned. It should have been all over. Obviously, like this guy said, you're not going to see it on CNN or any left-wing outlet. But I thought maybe Fox. But again, you know, they're in bed with everybody. And but I thought I would have seen it all over the internet other than this. But this is pretty fascinating. I don't even know who the woman is, but she's a legit politician. And these are the results of a study that's been going on. But the key is at the very beginning, the first sentence, she tells you who signed this. So to me, it carries some weight, unless she's making that up, which I doubt. Check it out.
Woo, boy, you gotta hear this.
And this was signed by 40 state representatives and state legislators,
Billie Jean King.
state senators from around the United States.
Pause.
And I'm going to
Pause. Yeah, first of all, yeah. State legislatures and representative from around. Thank you for clearing that up. It was the United States and not Germany and Poland. But you hear what she just said? Signed by in 40 different states. It's not just red states and shit. It's senators and representatives sign this. Go ahead.
read this to you. And this is going to be a seminal moment.
I had a sentimental
Memo
last
for
night.
record.
Seminal.
Letter from state legislators to the American people.
She reads at a 12th grade level.
Reference the 2020 presidential election.
Look at Goober down there smiling.
To the citizens of the United States of America. We, the undersigned state legislators of the United States, are vested with the plenary power by our U.S. Constitution,
The plenary power.
Article 2, Section
I
1,
looked it up.
Clause 2, to oversee the election of the President of the United States. It has come to our attention from an audit of 2.1 million ballots
4 years later.
in the state of Arizona, complemented by an in-depth canvass of votes in Arizona,
A forensic
as well
audit.
as through multiple different data reviews of voting by independent experts,
Independent.
that our representative republic suffered a corrupted 2020 election.
Oh, we've been trying to tell you.
In addition to Arizona, sworn
laughing.
affidavits have accumulated from many states detailing rampant corruption and mismanagement in the election process. Fraud and inaccuracies have already been shown through multiple audits and canvasses in multiple states, as well as through lawsuits challenging.
Okay, I'm a little confused, but it started with Arizona. Then she says multiple states. So they're studying Arizona, studying all this stuff? Whatever. People, the point is, senators signed it and reps and whatever the fuck. Saying that there was, which we already know, right? Yeah, a little more. It's almost over, folks.
The validity of election results in several counties in multiple states. We have come to the conclusion that all 50 states need to be forensically audited.
Boom!
That'll take another 4 years.
Overturn that shit.
Votes should be scrubbed with a canvass of the voters to ensure future integrity.
You get the point.
Nothing to see here. Please disperse. Nothing to see here, please.
So I don't know. I think it would, even though, and again, we know most outlets, legitimate outlets on TV, but you'd think somebody would make fucking noise. Trump, Melania. Anyhow, interesting, huh? Well, I'm going to follow that up if that wasn't enough. I'm going to read this real fast because it's a lot of, because this was right after it. And I put tinfoil hat my ass. This gets into why and how if you guys don't think there's such thing as elites running the country and it's an incestuous relationship between politicians and the media and power brokers and corporations and people that you know on TV, I'm going to explain it if you're interested.
Are you interested in the real story?
You better be. And the guy put up here, this has been out here for a while. I know you guys are going to go, well, that's out there, been out there for a while, whatever. I think it has. But for those of you who hadn't heard it, because I hadn't read it all, real quick, the guy posts, should we fact check this? Here are some alleged facts. Go ahead and fact check these. You must know to be informed. And here we go. Yes, the governor of Michigan used to work for George Soros. Yes, California Governor Gavin Newsom is Nancy Pelosi's nephew. Yes, Adam Schiff's sister is married to one of George Soros' sons. Yes, John Kerry's daughter is married to a Mullah's son in Iran. Yes, Hillary's daughter Chelsea is married to George Soros' nephew. Yes, ABC News executive producer Ian Cameron is married to Susan Rice, Obama's former national security advisor. Yes, CBS President David Rhodes is the brother of Ben Rhodes, Obama's deputy national secretary, security advisor, for strategic communications. Yes, ABC News correspondent Claire Shipman is married to Jay Carney, former Obama White House press secretary. Yes, ABC News and Univision reporter Matthew Jaffe is married to Katie Hogan, Obama's former deputy press secretary. Yes, and Dallas has all the faces here, which is, yes, ABC President Ben Sherwood is the brother of Elizabeth Sherwood, Obama's former special advisor. Yes, CNN VP Virginia Mosley is married to Tom Nides, former Hillary Clinton's deputy secretary. This is what you call a stacked deck. If you had a hunch the news media was somewhat rigged and you couldn't put your finger on it, this might help you solve the puzzle. Now you know who. Now you know why nobody's investigated. They all have their hands in the cookie jar. You might remember James Comey, who investigated the Clinton email scandal and the Clinton Foundation and made the final decision to not recommend prosecution by the DOJ. It turns out that Clinton Foundation was audited by the law firm DLA Piper. One of the executives there was in charge of the Clinton Foundation audit. Who was it? Peter Comey, James Comey's brother. Peter Comey held an executive position with a Washington law firm that did the audit for the Clinton Foundation in 2015. So you wonder why Comey said, we're not going to put that out. Peter Comey was officially DLA Piper Senior Director of Real Estate Operations for the Americas in 2015 when the Clinton Foundation scandals first broke and Hillary was preparing her presidential campaign. Not only was DLA Piper the firm where Comey's brother worked, involved in the audit of the Clinton Foundation, but according to the foundation's donor records, DLA Piper has given between 50 to 100 G's, that's thousands, to the foundation. It gets even cozier, folks. DLA Piper executive Douglas Emhoff is taking an extended leave of absence from the firm. Who is Doug Emhoff? He's the husband of Kamala Harris. Just a coincidence? Amazing if it is. You can't make this shit up, and it only gets worse. This family tree will make your head spin. The swamp is deep. Dominion voting machine provider serves 40% of the U.S. market. It is in 30 states. The state of Texas rejected the machines. Admiral Peter Neffinger is on Biden's transition team. Neffinger was the president of the board of Smartmatic. Smartmatic, another voting machine supplier. That's the one that fucking made me... And you guys want to tell me that he won. Entered into an agreement with Dominion on 2009. Smartmatic counted votes in Venezuela. Smartmatic is connected to Philippine voter fraud. Smartmatic is run by Lord Mark Malik Brown, who works for George Soros. He and Brown are lifelong friends. Brown chairs the boards of a number of nonprofit boards, including the Open Society Foundation. Brown chairs the Center for Global Development. Open Society, of course, is owned by who? George Soros. Smartmatic partnered with DLA Piper Global. Douglas C. Emhoff works at DLA Piper Global. Douglas C. Emhoff is Kamala Harris's husband. Guess who owns Dominion? Blum Capital Partners, LP. Guess who was on the board for that company? Richard Blum, or Bloom. Richard C. Bloom is Dianne Feinstein's husband. Nancy Pelosi's husband is also a major investor. An aide to Nancy Pelosi, Nadeem El-Shami, was hired by Dominion Voting Systems. And it goes on and on. Dominion Voting Systems is listed on the Clinton Foundation website. Dominion Voting is listed as a $25,000 to $50,000 donor to the Clinton Foundation in 2014 by the Washington Post. What you don't notice in there is Republican names. And anybody from Fox, you know what I mean? So you know what? The left is obviously way smarter and playing the right like they have been for years. But maybe Trump was sent here by God and to expose. Georgia Governor Kemp used Dominion voting after Texas and Florida rejected them. Dominion has lobbyists named Jared Thomas. Jared Thomas was Governor Brian Kemp's chief of staff and press secretary from 2012 to 2015. You must remember the Feinstein-Kavanaugh-Soros connections to understand this next information. That's enough. You guys get it. I made my point. See how incestuous it is? And if you don't think it's rigged, that's why I've been saying, I'm still going to vote because they want you not to vote, but I don't believe in any of it. Anyway, but I'll show up just in case. Anyways, for those of you watching me on Mug Club, stick around for the rest of the show. The rest of yous, I don't know what you're thinking. You got to go to nickdip.com and sign up for Mug Club. If you do that, you'll get this entire show. The Great Steven Crowder's full show, which is worth the subscription itself. Alex Jones is in and out. Brian Callen has his own show, and they have the Undercover Team. It's so worth it. And while you're at nickdip.com, click on the tour button. You'll see November 9th, I'll be at the Bridgeview Center Theater, Ottumwa, Iowa. Second half of the show, I'm going to be telling you, this is music to my ears. American Airlines has a new way to make boarding more fair and orderly since we have so many assholes. You know, in a normal, perfect world, you wouldn't need this. But people don't. It's the bane of my existence, flying. It's because I'm the type of jerk will step in front of somebody and go, let me see your boarding. I remember a lady had I could see group fucking D, and she's trying to get in front of me. What are you doing? So I gave her a forearm shiver. Next thing you know, I'm in cut. No. It makes my blood pressure go up. I'm so happy about that. Also, Kamala Harris, we're going to show you more of her proving she's not fit to run a fucking lemonade stand.
Hi. Good night, everybody.